Hey, good morning. Happy Sunday. Wait, no, it's Sunday. I'm way off. It's a Labor Day weekend. Today is Monday, Labor Day, the 7th of September. Um, I'm all screwed up with the 3-day weekend. Sad news to start. The passing of Hall of Famer Lube yesterday. He passed away at the age of 81. Lou, obviously known for his long career with the St. Louis Cardinals. It all began with the Chicago Cubs. Lou played one season of minor league ball with the Cubs in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Had a very memorable debut. I wrote about it a couple years ago. Check it out, 1millioncubs.com. Memorable debut with the St. Cloud Rocks. Went on as kind of a top prospect in the Cubs organization, early 60s, but never really filled the stat line like he did in St. Louis. He was about a 200 hitter. Just kind of struggled in his 2.5 seasons with Chicago. Traded to St. Louis, netted Ernie Broglio. There were some other players involved in the transaction. Broglio was coming off an 18-win season with the Cardinals, and the Cubs needed pitching in 1964. Unfortunately, Broglio did not really cut it for the Cubs, and he was retired by 1966. And of course, we all know what Lou Brock went on to do. And so he will be missed. A great man, great baseball player. Wanted to show off a couple of items in my Lou Brock collection. My early days of eBay, I started on eBay in like 1998, early 99. I don't have too many items still in my collection from those early days. I do have a few items, one of which is Lou Brock. It's an 8x10 photo in the Chicago Cubs uniform. I bought the frame probably at Walmart or somewhere, but this is one item that I have kept in my collection for over 20 years now. Picked this up on eBay in probably 1999. And it's been on my shelves for a long time through several moves in college and into adulthood. So that's one item I still have. And one of my most cherished cards in my Cubs collection, of course, the 1962 Topps Lou Brock rookie card. It's off-centered, pretty beat up, although the corners are decent. But, it's really off-center. But a nice Lou Brock rookie card, something that I always wanted in my collection. When I first discovered that Lou Brock was a Cub, one of the first cards I remember buying was actually Lou Brock, but it was a Cardinals card. This was probably in like the early 1990s, and I loved 70s baseball cards because the 1970s seemed like they could have been the 1920s because it was before I was born. I was born in 82. So these 1970s baseball cards I had never seen before. Of course, this was long before the internet. So it was, living in a small town and you didn't really see a lot of these older cards too often. So I remember I was in Sheffield, Illinois. It was about 10 miles from where I grew up, and they had their annual celebration. I think it was in September. School had already started, I know, when they had their annual celebration. It was called Sheffield Homecoming, and I actually think they discontinued it a few years ago, which usually you don't see these town celebrations end. But Sheffield Homecoming was kind of a big deal. It was one of the bigger small town carnivals in my area. Because Sheffield was only a town of maybe 1,000 people, 1,200, maybe 1,500. But this was in the baseball card boom of the early 90s, and they had a flea market in the park. And one of the vendors at the flea market was a baseball card vendor. And he had a 1979 Topps Lou Brock card. And for some reason, it spoke to me. It was a beautiful card, even though it was from the hated St. Louis Cardinals. And I think it was like $4, which was a lot of money for an 8 or 9-year-old. And it probably took all of my carnival money to buy that Lube card. But I bought that 1979 Topps Lube Cardinals card for $4 at Sheffield Homecoming at some point in the early 1990s. That was like a week's worth of allowance on that one baseball card. Unbelievable. So I just wanted to share those memories of my collection in Lou Brock. He will be missed. It's been a rough month, or a rough couple of weeks. Tom Seaver, now Lou Brock. It's been rough in the baseball world. So I did get to my mail days from the end of last week. I had 4 packages, over 1,400 cards in those packages, which puts me up really close to 490,000 cards. I'm at 489,000, just over 800 Cubs baseball cards. So about 489,800 Cubs cards. Steve in Akron, Ohio, one of my trading buddies, we've swapped cards several times. He sent a big old brick. I showed that off last week, a couple of large boxes, and there were actually several cards that I did not have. There was a Gypsy Queen Kyle Schwarber blue border, and this is numbered to 150, and also a Schwarber, like a pink from Panini. This is Donruss, 2020 Donruss pink. Parallel. Also, a pink Nico Horner rated rookie sweet card. I have a lot of Conlon collection cards, but this is one from 1995. Most of mine are from 91 to 93. So this is Mike Gonzalez, who played for the Cubs in the 20s. This is a Mike Gonzalez Conlon collection card. I have several of these, but I always get excited when the Eddie Vedder first pitch card comes my way. Love that card. Some vintage team card. This is, I think 58 maybe. I don't think I had this 1962 Topps Jack Curtis rookie gold cup card. It did not look familiar. I may have it in a box somewhere, but it did not look familiar. Same goes with this 1967 Topps Ron Campbell. So a couple of vintage cards. I did not have this Chris Bryant scratch off. Pretty cool. These are from 2020. Did not realize that. From Heritage 2020. These are from 1990 Donruss, and it's Sean Bosky. I didn't recognize the photo. And then in the corner, it's the Donruss Learning Series. I have heard of these cards, but I don't think I have any of the Cubs cards from that set. So I'm going to take a look around eBay just to see if there's a set of Cubs or some singles I can pick up. And then just a bunch of Javi Baez, about 10 Javi Baez cards. So always like adding to my Baez player collection. So that was from Steve in Akron, an awesome box of almost 1,400 Cubs. My buddy Aaron, he's also a multi-time trader. He finds a lot of cool stuff at like Goodwill and flea markets. I think he actually went to eBay and found some stuff. So we kind of just trade random like memorabilia. He's a big hockey guy, so anytime I have hockey stuff in collections, I know I can put it aside for Aaron. So he has a page of autographs. We've got Mark Pryor jersey relic numbered to 50. Felix Sanchez auto, a Roosevelt Brown auto, Russ Rolacek, and that autograph is numbered to 1,200, and a Nick Jackson rookie auto numbered to 500. So a cool sheet of 5 Cubs autographs and 5 8x10 autos. And I need to look this up because I is who this is, whose autograph that is. But I buy Fanatics. So I've got to look that up. I do not recognize. And then there were 4. This is Nate Spears. He was a prospect in the early 2000s. So there's 4 Nate Spears 8x10 autographs. And so I've been collecting 8x10 autographs because baseballs have kind of been my secondary collection to Cubs baseball cards. I collect Cubs autographed baseballs. And when I go to Cubs convention, a lot of the players that do the free signings, they're there every year. Steve Trout, Bill Madlock, some of those guys, Jody Davis. So I already have an autographed baseball of those guys, and sometimes 2, maybe 3. So I wanted something, a little nicer than just a regular card. So I went the 8x10 route. So that's kind of what I've been doing the last couple years. If I don't, or if I already have a signed baseball, I'll go the 8x10 route. I'll try to find some unique photos online, print those off. Or if I've met the player, taken a photo with the player, I'll print that off and get those signed. And that's been fun. There's a picture of me and Steve Trout eating pizza that I had him sign. There's a photo of Ray Burris and I, a photo of Miguel Montero and I, Mike Remlinger. We were partying at Club 400. We looked like we were having a lot of fun in the photo, and Mike signed that for me. So that's kind of been a fun collection of 8x10 photos with myself and players, and having the players sign those photos. So, and then at the Cubs convention, if I have, if I can't find photos or I don't have 8x10s, then I will, pick up, a card or 2 and have them sign a baseball card. So, that is all I have for today. Yesterday I spent, and it was great. Yesterday morning on Hobby Evolution, I mentioned that Sunday was going to be my hobby day, and boy, did it ever turn out to be my hobby day. I think I packaged up. It's been a crazy eBay weekend, and I'll show a photo because I think I still have 25 or 30 packages that I'll be shipping out. So I'll show off a picture on Twitter tonight or tomorrow morning of the final eBay weekend, Labor Day weekend count. It was nuts. I spent all day, it seems, packaging on eBay. I would break it up. I did some sorting, and actually I found some awesome stuff sorting. I found a couple of atomic refractors from the 90s. Yeah, late 90s. Put them on eBay, and they sold within like 2 hours for like $10 a piece. And they were just in a random box. And I found some great stuff. Sorting some stuff, a lot of, dollar cards, but it's always fun. I've been sorting for some trades, and been able to pull off some stuff that I can throw on eBay for a couple bucks. So between that and eBay, it was a pretty busy hobby day, and I listed a lot of stuff as well. So today, if you're waiting for a trade package, I'm about 10 days behind. So that is what I am devoting today in the hobby, is getting those trade packages put together and get those shipped out tomorrow. So that is what I have on the docket for today, and we'll be back tomorrow morning a little earlier, back to work Tuesday. So be back tomorrow between 7 and 7:30 for Hobby Evolution. Have a great Labor Day. Be safe and have fun.